But I want to do an entire getting to know you interview, and where there's tons.
Getting to know you. What do you got?
There's tons in your career, and I do want to spend a bulk of the time on that. But we're going to come right out of the gate with personal life. And when I do this, I'm not trying to catch you in a trap or make you feel uncomfortable.
Yes, you are. You're trying to catch me in a logic trap, but go ahead.
No, because I've been...
You probably got your little brainy glasses on sitting over there in your little studio, aren't you?
I want to back that ass up in the personal life a little bit, and I had been through this myself. You went through a divorce, a public divorce. Now, after that, right?
Yep.
Between your ex-wife and your current relationship, there was a time period when you were single.
Yes.
Did you find that time period enjoyable, or did you not?
Did I find it enjoyable? Look, I mean, I was probably, sad about being about the divorce. I mean, that wasn't fun. Thankfully we're friends today, but you go through that's like an evolution you go through, and you don't expect it, but it happens, and it is what it is. So, I'm trying to think. No, I didn't go. Did I go nuts and zip off to the Netherlands, or where do they go? Amsterdam? No. I was like the mayor. I had stuff to do. I was busy 24/7.
So you weren't just sitting around in a local pub, drinking your face off and carousing with women.
No, I went out. Obviously, I would go out Thursday nights for dinner or whatever. A lot of times, I'd eat by myself at the bar.
Huh? Look at that. Yeah,
sounds kind of sad.
It really was very boring. I'm not that. I wish I had that, but I don't. I don't have that in me.
Yeah, you
go bonkers.
You are currently in a relationship and have been for some time with a woman we refer to as Mulva or Dolores.
Mulva or Dolores, either one. Yeah.
The old Seinfeld bit, because you play your personal life very close to the vest, and this is why we don't even say her name. She's way out of your league. She's a beautiful, intelligent woman. Do you have plans to make Dolores your wife ever?
Well, there's no question that I'm fighting above my weight class there. I totally understand that and just are thankful for every day. But, both of us being divorced, we're just going to see what happens. We don't have any super plans on the table to do anything like that right now. I consider her the closest person to me, and I'm lucky to have her in my life, and she's taken care of me when I've been really sick and all kinds of things like that. So, right now, we'll just have to see how it goes.
So you're happy with the way things are right now?
Yeah, I think we both are, but I don't think either one of us is going anywhere either.
Mm-hmm.
You have a favorite? You have a sister, right?
I have two.
You have two? Okay, good. So that leads me into my next question. Which one is your favorite?
Well, here's the thing, right? So each of them bring different things to the table. So it's not that any one of them is a favorite. If you said, who are you closer to? Probably my sister Donna, who just moved to Florida, and so she's gone now. But that's because she lived in Danbury, so I was at her house a lot, and we were just close. But my sister Nancy is first of all, she's absolutely brilliant, and she is preeminent in her field. She does this very niche-y lawyer thing where she negotiates international trade contracts for arms. Believe it or not.
Wow!
She travels all over the world.
That's like the movie War Dogs.
Yeah, I don't want her near you because I don't want you all over. But she gets paid crazy money, and I'm really, really proud of her. And we're very close right now. So I'm not trying to hedge on this. I hate when people do that, but I really am in different ways close to each of them. How's that?
Have you ever borrowed money from your sister?
My sister Donna, yeah, I've hit her up for $2 over the years. And she's the kind of person that would open her checkbook,
right?
Write you a check. Here you go. Pay me when you can. That's just her.
Okay, cool.
I feel like in the field you're in, you're going to be wide open to criticism. But what I tell people who are critical of you is there is nobody other than myself that loves Danbury more than you, and all you need to do is just look at your career to see that. You studied at WestCon, you taught at Danbury High School, you were the mayor for almost 19 years. You just love this area. Otherwise, you could have moved. I'm sure you had offers to do other things in other places, right?
Oh, many, many times. I mean, the big thing was everybody wanted me to run for Congress over the years. And, I said, no. I said, why do I want to run for Congress? I get more done, in a month here in Danbury when I was mayor than a congressperson does, an entire career. I mean, right? I mean, you go to meeting in Congress, and then you have to raise money to get reelected. Here, there's buildings with my name on it. There's programs that kids go to every day. There's things that are happening. I mean, that's a great feeling of accomplishment, and it's what makes the job so special.
Which leads me to my next question.
All right.
Yes.
Why take a job if you loved this area so much? Why did you take a job in the government up in Hartford?
Yeah, I'm going to come over there and punch you in the head. But so I'm kidding. So that's a great question. But look, at the end of the day, like everybody, I get old too, right? And I've got to start thinking about my future and about, am I going to have enough money for retirement? I've got to make a career move. I can't stay mayor forever, or when eventually the voters will decide to put you out, and then you're looking for a job at not the best age. And I frankly was at the height of my earning power. I had to figure out what to do, and I had to set something aside for the future, Plus, I am helping Danbury in a different way, and I like that. I'm helping the state in a different way, and I like doing that too. So it's in public service.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, that was a good answer. Mark Boughton joining the show, former Danbury mayor. Now, if there's any inaccuracy in what I'm about to say, just stop me in the middle of it, right? When you ran for governor, in the primary, you beat Stefanowski, who ran against Lamont, correct?
No. I got the so they have a convention. I won the convention.
That's what
Stefanowski ran a primary against me. I was the nominee, and then he won the primary.
Yeah. So you were betrayed by your own party in the state because they thought you didn't have enough name recognition throughout the state.
I think it was more. I give Bob credit. He got on TV early. He front loaded all his advertising. So he was on TV in January. Our convention wasn't until May, and so people thought Bob was the nominee, and we didn't calculate that in. We didn't factor that in. So he had a good play. He spent a couple million on TV to begin with, get his name ID out there, and then just go get the signatures, and he's in the primary. I wish we had. If I had to reevaluate it, I probably would have done it a different way. But we were going by the old model. You win the convention, and then you're pretty much going to automatically win the primary. And that's just not how it works these days. And I think there's definitely I don't know, it wasn't about name ID more than it was about, there is a Trump strain in our party, and I think Stefanowski was viewed as being more Trump-esque.
So you were betrayed. Excellent. Good. When we talk about governor, I know how much you wanted to win that. Is that
Sure.
dream of yours? Is it gone? Do you see any possibility of that in your future anywhere?
So I'm going to get really corny here, but I think that, you're always in the right place where you're supposed to be, right? So if God wanted me to be governor, I'd be governor. And it wasn't like I didn't give it a good shot. It wasn't like I didn't try a couple times, It just wasn't in the cards. And I don't know if we'll elect a Republican governor in the next couple of cycles, given, how bad the party's been damaged. So I think that if it was going to happen, my view was it would have happened. So I don't know if I'll have another shot at it. I probably won't. I know you never say never, but I don't think that's anything in the cards for me.
All right. Now listen, everybody knows you were the mayor. Most people know that you were a teacher in Danbury, but I would wager a guess that most people don't know that you were in the Army Reserves. Tell us about you.
Right.
You reached the rank of sergeant. Give us maybe one thing that sticks out in that time that you learned there, and why you decided to do it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was like definitely a reset, a life-changing experience for me, to be straight with you. I think I did it because I needed money for college. My parents were strapped. I had two sisters that were already in college, one in law school, and there was no way that they could. They straight out told me, look, we just can't afford to send you to college. If you're going to, you got to figure out something out. And then I got upset and joined the Army. So they had something called the Army College Fund. For every dollar you put in, the Army matched it with $5. So I saved a lot of money and paid for most of my tuition that way. So I found a way, right? And completed my degree and et cetera. So what did I learn there? One of the best schools I ever went to was I went to the Drill Sergeant Academy, which is what I left as. And
makes sense.
That training is 12 weeks, and it's very intense. But it's also you learn a lot about teaching, working with people. Believe it or not, trying to be collaborative and being a leader, and that really taught me a lot. It was
Did
a
you
great
did you
experience.
did you learn how to yell at the cadets?
No, you don't yell. You use your diaphragm. You go from the middle of your chest. You don't scream, otherwise you lose your voice.
Gotcha. Wow, good thing to know.
You can't be losing your voice. I tell you what. You know what fun fact I learned the most?
What's that?
The United States Army has the best food in the entire universe.
Seriously?
Really?
I'm not kidding. All the ice cream you can eat, chocolate milk every morning, Cocoa Puffs every morning, and steaks on Saturday and Sunday. It was very well done.
That's
I
worth
have to give a lot of
joining.
credit.
Yeah, I think you're too old. I think that you don't qualify anymore.
Not gonna let me in.
No.
Okay.
Now, it brings me, I guess, to my last. Well, I have two more things I want to say, but this one is interesting. How this vacancy in the mayor's office or eventual vacancy is going to play out. It's becoming very interesting if you're a person who likes to follow local politics. I mean, you have Joe Cavo, who's took your position and has not committed to an answer as to whether he'll run for the Republicans. Roberto Alves is a Democrat who said he's running. John Esposito III is running. So those are two city council members, both Democrats, running. And, I mean, it looks wide open. And obviously, you were there for 19 years. It wasn't always the case. Who do you think is maybe a dark horse that we haven't even heard from yet?
I think I know that there are other people that are looking at the race and making a decision probably the next couple of weeks whether they want to run. I think you'll hear more about that, but I'm not at liberty to share their names. It's just stuff that I've heard. So there's a couple of dark horses out there. I think that, look, it's a great job. It's an intense job, but you do have to run every 2 years. It's hard to, do things like family plan and things like that because you've got a 2-year term. You could be out of a job before you know it. So, but there are enough people out there, I think, enough talent out there to make good things happen.
All right. I don't like that answer one bit. I got nothing.
You don't like that answer.
Nothing out of that. And now
I know you wanted me to spill my guts, and I won't do it.
Okay, and then the final thing, who is your best friend? Because you're effing that up. It could be me. I have found it years ago when I used to party. It's
party,
it's very infamous, my reputation.
Sure.
I no longer do that. I mean, I looked around, took inventory, as people will do.
Sure.
And I realized that maybe during certain periods of my life, there were not the best people around me. So I am auditioning for the best people around me to spend time with.
Are you auditioning for a best friend?
Yes, pretty much.
Right.
And, I've tried and again to get together with you, but you have no interest and you're missing out on what could be a very fruitful relationship here, and pay a lot of dividends because it's what I do in relationships.
Look, I've always been a little freaked out by this, by the COVID. Now that things are starting to get under control, we can chill, we can hang out, we can do things. I'm okay, you're okay, so we can be pals. But like I said, I tried to really not get you and get sick.
I hated all these answers today, all of them, every single one.
What do you want me to do? You got the business bound. There's the business bound, and then there's the funny bound.
You got the honesty, okay?
All right. No, that was good, actually.
You asked for it, and now you got it.
Right.
That was really good. I should have quizzed him like I did with Joe yesterday. Joe's bio says he's from Brooklyn. He left Brooklyn when he was 5 years old, so I started quizzing him on Brooklyn. He goes, I don't know. I left when I was 5. I should have done a Danbury quiz.
All right.
Hey, Mark, this was fantastic. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you again.
It was a yawner and a sleeper, but it's all good. Love you guys, and have a great weekend.
Hey,
all right,
love you too. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
8:39, Ethan and Lou, I-95, back in a second.
New avocado toast is